Welcome to the first episode of Flash TV in 2025. I'm here to share a monthly update on everything happening within the Department of Community Services. As we move into the new year, this is a time when our services and programs become even more crucial to support residents through the colder months. In today's episode, we'll share updates on programs, winter resources, and upcoming events that will bring warmth and positivity to our community. Stay tuned for Local Living, Stories of Services and Community, where each month I have a chance to sit down with a Chatham community member and hear their stories. Today, I'm excited to sit down with Chatham native Alexis Weglars, the newly promoted Department Coordinator for the Chatham Council on Aging. Let's get started with important dates to remember. This month, there will be the following building closures at the Community Center and the Center for Active Living. Wednesday, January 1st, both buildings will be closed in honor of the new year. Monday, January 20th, both buildings will be closed in honor of Martin Luther King Jr. Day. The Chatham Community Center will be hosting a family dodgeball and pizza night on Friday, January 24th from 5 to 7 p.m. Children must be accompanied by an adult, registration is required, and all residents are welcome. Pizza and drinks will be served before some rousing games of family dodgeball. Head to chathamma.myrec.com and sign up today. Now, let's talk about the exciting programs we have lined up for you at the Center for Active Living. Whether you're looking to try something new, get active, or learn a new skill, there's something for everyone. To register for programs, please call the Chatham Council on Aging at 508-945-5190. Let's get started. Start your 2025 with a delicious brunch followed by exciting bingo games. Prizes and good company guaranteed. A huge thank you and shark shout out to the Monomoy Middle School students in Miss Thompson's We Are Monomoy seminar, who organized a donation prize drive in December. Because of their hard work, all participants are sure to leave this program with the prize of their dreams. Hope to see you on Friday, January 3rd at 10 a.m. Get your body moving and your spirits lifted in this high-energy dance class suitable for all skill levels, led by student intern Luli. This new monthly program will surely keep participants active, having fun, and learning something new. Space is limited to eight participants, so act fast and give the COA a call to sign up for the first Groove and Move class on Monday, January 6th at 1 p.m. Join us for our monthly Lunch and Learn on Friday, January 10th from 12 to 2 p.m., where we'll dive into the latest findings from the Community Health Needs Assessment with Health Department Director Judy Giorgio. Results, findings, and ways to build a healthier future will be discussed, followed by a delicious and nutritious meal. Join us Wednesday, January 15th at 11 a.m. and explore our community's history through the lens of a captivating documentary produced by the local organization Protect Our Past. Captured within the walls of Cape Cod's historic houses, If Walls Could Talk shares stories of its people, their traditions and values, their entrepreneurial spirits, their hopes and dreams. Discover the calming and restorative power of Reiki in this introductory workshop. Perfect for beginners, this session will explain the fundamentals of this ancient practice and how it can promote relaxation and well-being. Facilitated by Reiki Master and registered nurse Shirley Later on Monday, January 13th at 10 a.m., this is a great opportunity to explore something new. Get creative and satisfy your sweet tooth on Monday, January 13th from 12 to 2 p.m. for a hands-on cupcake decorating workshop that's perfect for all ages. Riders Cove Respite Adult Supportive Day program is launching in January. The Riders Cove Respite program offers compassionate, enriching care for adults needing daytime support. Nestled in the heart of Chatham, the program provides a safe, engaging environment featuring meaningful activities, social connections, and professional care tailored to individual needs. Whether you're seeking a day of stimulating experiences or peace of mind for a loved one, Riders Cove Respite is here to support our community with warmth and dedication. For more information, contact the Center for Active Living at 508-945-5190 and ask for Josephine Fennell. Looking to make a difference in your community? Attend our volunteer orientation on Wednesday, January 22nd at 11 a.m. This is a great opportunity to learn how you can get involved and give back, or just learn more about what keeps the Council on Aging running. To register, please email me at amilan@chatham-ma.gov or give me a call at 774-701-0503. Now, for my favorite part of the show, my opportunity to shine the spotlight on a member of Team Chatham. Today for our segment, Local Living, Stories of Services and Community, I will be sitting down with Alexis Weglars, Department Coordinator for the Chatham Council on Aging. Welcome, Alexis.
Hi, thank you.
Thank you so much for being here today.
Yeah, my pleasure.
How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah?
Good.
Excited?
Very.
You just had something very exciting happen to you, a promotion. Congratulations.
Thank you. It's my first promotion.
Yeah. Oh, your first?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, for some background, you started with the Council on Aging as the department assistant and were recently promoted to the department coordinator. How
Yeah.
exciting.
Yes.
Can you tell us just a little bit about your background and like how you found yourself starting with us 6 months ago?
Yeah, so I grew up here in Chatham. I went to Chatham High School. I worked at, my first job was Larry's PX. I worked there for 12 years. Once I had my second daughter, I wanted just a little bit of a change. So I worked in a doctor's office for 2 years. Wasn't the best fit for me. So then I got the opportunity to apply for the department assistant job, and it's been great. It's a lot of the same. It's the same community of people that I worked with at Larry's, so I see a lot of familiar faces.
Yeah.
So it's been a great fit for me.
It's been so fun, especially when you were sitting at the desk, like hearing people come in and say, oh my gosh, what are you doing here? And like all the Larry's friends. It's really fun.
Yeah, no, it's great. And often people will poke their head and they're like, oh, I didn't know you were here. And I was like, I couldn't get away from Chatham. I had to come back. It's my home. It's where my heart is. So this has been awesome.
That's awesome. So you said you were kind of looking for a change. Is that what motivated you to come to the Council on Aging and kind of look for something? And how's it been transitioning from one role to the next?
Yeah, so it's been awesome. I was looking for a change. I was looking for somewhere to like build a home, somewhere where I will be forever. And when I read the details of the department assistant job, I said, why not? So I went for it. Since working at the Council on Aging, it's been a great fit. We have a great team. We all believe in each other. We work together in it, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So when the opportunity to be department coordinator came up, I think the challenge was exciting, as well as I've done bookkeeping before. I've done a lot of like the aspects of what it is. So just learning and growing in a new position, I think, is exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. And for such a young person, it's so exciting. It's like a dream come true, kind of.
Yeah, absolutely. And I had 2 daughters, and so trying to find my place in like the work field is very hard, especially with a 4 and a 2-year-old. So when I came here and then this opportunity arose, it kind of made me feel like I had my own purpose.
Oh.
So, which is cool.
I love that. Yeah. So you've recently taken over this role from Debbie Mayhew, who retired in November after 7 dedicated years at the Council on Aging. How has it been taking over that role, and what are your responsibilities? What are your days looking like?
Yeah, so we'll start with that the transition into this position. Has it been a lot easier? I was training as Debbie's backup for if anything happened or if she wasn't in for the day, that I was able to step up, make sure the drivers get what they need, and make sure things are taken care of. So that being said, I do a lot of transportation for participants to get to medical appointments, banking, hairdressers, groceries, prescriptions. We do billing. We make sure that there's plenty of supplies in the building. Kind of just have your fingers in a little bit of everything. So if something goes wrong, that we know who to contact, who to get in touch with, and just kind of making sure that, you know, the odds and ends of the Council on Aging is taken care of.
You're like our den mother. You make sure everything's okay.
Yeah, yeah. We just, you know, step by step and take each day with, you know, what it comes with.
Yeah, absolutely. You talked about transportation being a huge part of this new role that you're in, and I would say it's probably over half of what you're doing in your day-to-day. Would you say that's?
Yeah.
And it's picking up more and more. Can you kind of just talk about the services that we offer and, you know, how you see them impacting the community?
Yeah, so I'll start with, we looked at the statistics, and we're doing over 1,000 more rides just this year than we did last year. What transportation is we have fantastic drivers, and they bring people to doctor's appointments, which is our #1 priority, is getting you to your medical appointment. Yep. But that being said, we've brought in people to the bank, you know, once a month, or we take them grocery shopping every Thursday. Anybody is welcome to come. We also pick up groceries on Mondays and Thursdays, as well as prescriptions. So this just helps people in need who don't have somebody, don't have that extra help. And sometimes we'll get different kinds of requests, and we'll do that as well.
Yeah.
As long as it fits in. Again, medical appointments are first. We want to make sure we can get our participants there, but otherwise I spend majority, at least half of my day, making sure those schedules are in order so that my drivers have a smooth day.
Oh. And so how, on an average day, how many rides would you say that we're doing?
We do about 24 rides a day. Thursdays are probably our heaviest day because we take participants to Stop and Shop to go shopping, so that list can get a little bit more. But yeah, about 24 rides a day, and we bring people to the Supportive Day program out in Orleans as well.
And that's a completely free service for the community. And that is, you know, in my opinion, invaluable. There are so many people in town who are by themselves, like you said, or aren't able to drive any longer, and we're able, or experiencing financial hardship, so we're able to kind of mitigate those issues. And correct me if I'm wrong, we're one of the only towns who are doing that for free, is that correct?
Yeah, so as I've stepped into this new role, I've been really trying to look at the different transportations at the different COAs. And I've noticed that as well. A lot of them ask for money for their transportation or request a donation or ask for a donation. But for us, we don't do that.
We do accept donations for our members who...
I apologize.
We accept donations, but it's something that feels really good for all of us, I feel like, over at the Center for Active Living, to be able to make sure that the members of Chatham community can get where they need to go without any concern.
Absolutely, and the family members.
Yeah.
There's a lot of family members that will contact me and just say, hey, I'm really worried, I can't be in town, especially the snowbird, family members, that my mom needs transportation in the winter to the cardiologist. And we absolutely will do so. We do them from Orleans to Hyannis.
Yeah, and there are a lot of requests for farther away appointments, or maybe appointments that are a little bit more involved. So can you kind of talk about the regulations that we have in place for our riders and what we can and can't do?
Yeah, so it's an individual basis. So we have a transportation sheet where we fill out, we talk to the participants on what their needs are, where they live. We do have to check and make sure our vehicles can get to where they need to go. We go from Orleans to Hyannis. That being said, if you have a doctor's appointment in the Sandwich area, we have options for you. We have updated the flash, which those will be in there. But I also have the list as well, so you can always call and ask me as well.
Is there anything that we can't provide transportation to or for?
The only thing that we have a hard time with is we do have durable medical equipment, so like wheelchairs. We do have a lift in 2 of the vehicles as well as ramps. But if there is an aid needed for the transition of getting in and out of the vehicles, we do suggest that.
Yeah.
It's hard on the drivers. They have no problem getting them to and from. But otherwise, yeah, it's just the durable medical equipment that we have a hard time with. No, you can't be under general anesthesia. But we can take you if you got to go to the dentist and you have local anesthesia. That's no problem. Or
for eyes, we have had so many people who've had their eyes dilated and asking for rides. That's something that we can absolutely accommodate. Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. So those are just some of the things. But again, it's an individual basis. So you call, you'll let me know what you need, where you need to go, what kind of appointment, the length of the appointment. We try to allow an hour, but sometimes you have to ride with another rider. But we just try to accommodate as many people as we can.
Awesome. So can you kind of talk about how you feel like you're fitting into this role and what strengths you're bringing, and maybe what you're like noticing is a little more challenging, or just like observations in this new position?
Yeah, so the position itself is a little bit challenging only because it's new. That being said, when I worked at Larry's, I helped with a lot of the bookkeeping. I went to college and I took a lot of math courses. So math in numbers and how they work, I think is pretty interesting. So that plays a key role. I like to organize, if you ask anybody in the office. That's like one of my things. So I often staying organized in this role is big because there are so many different aspects and different things that you need to do and make sure are in order. So we do that. And then I'd like to argue that just staying positive every day and looking at new challenges in a positive outlook is a key part of the role as well.
Yeah. You mentioned our drivers, and I just think we should give them a little special shout out. Can you talk about who they are and how much they've done for our community? Because they have worked tirelessly to make sure that Chatham is getting where they need to go.
Yeah, so, and I think a key part of that too is they've helped me with the transition. I
Yeah.
think that's been one of the, I'm so grateful for. We have 2 drivers there. They work Monday through Friday. That would be Dexter and Mark. They're unbelievable. They bring our participants to the day program. They drop off the prescriptions. They fill in with whatever I need. They're kind. They never fight back. They whatever you need. Especially my first week, rides were crazy. I was figuring it out, and they just helped me step by step. We also have Paul. Paul drives once a week for me. Guaranteed every week. He does the Stop and Shop trips on Thursdays as well as the day program, but he always comes in with such a positive attitude. And then we also have Dick, who works on more of like an ad-needed basis. But one of our vehicles, the battery wouldn't start. And so he comes in and he checks the tires and he makes sure that the battery is charged, and anything that I need to know maintenance-wise, he's been fantastic. That being said, Dick and Paul have stepped up and have picked up almost 2 to 3 days a week just to help me to make sure that we can get participants where they need to be.
It's so special to have them. And the 4 of our drivers, they've all been with the Council on Aging, the Center for Active Living for years. And so it's nice to have that consistency, I think, for our riders and our community to know that they're there, they're responsible, they're well trained, you know, they're safe. It's a really special little group that we have going.
No,
there.
absolutely, absolutely. And they work together. They work as a team. Oftentimes one will drop off and then somebody else will pick up.
Yeah.
And so participants are seeing all the drivers.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
One of the other key roles in your new position is managing the tax work-off program. That is an interesting program. Can you just give us a little bit the basics of what that looks like?
Yeah, so the tax work-off program is something that I've only just kind of dipped my fingers into. What it is we have participants who will work 62.5 hours of work, and after that, any of their hours are volunteer hours. They're paired up with somebody. They fill out the sheet on what their work is, and they let me know. That being said, I'm still just very learning the program. I have a meeting set up next week where I'm going to learn a little bit more of how it works.
Yeah.
I know the $500 for the 62.5 hours goes towards their property tax. It's a great program. You can enroll in June for the new fiscal year, which would be for the 2026 year, next year. But like I said, I'm still kind of learning the information. But those are the basics that I do know. And then that being said, anybody interested can reach out, and I should have more information in the next month.
Yeah, and stay tuned. We'll have an info session before June
Yes.
where everyone will get all the details.
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Alexis.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Anna.
Yeah, of course.